Okay, y'all. So we're ready to start setting up the Jambmaster and getting the door shimmed. The first thing that we want to do when setting up the Jambmaster is turn the glue gun on. Reason, it's going to take about a minute, minute and a half to warm up, and you definitely don't want to wait until you're done with this, because you're either going to be waiting an extra minute to get good glue out of here, or you're going to be trying to force glue that is not hot enough yet, and it will not stick, and you will throw shims. That's what we call it. So don't take something that's meant to be fast and make it slow by not turning this on first. So we'll go ahead and grab the Jambmaster. Now it's time to choose which side of the door we're going to set the Jambmaster up on. This particular door is swinging in this way into this room that we're in, and so we are going to set up the Jambmaster on this side. If the door was swinging into that room, then we'd set the Jambmaster up on that side, for the reason being that these guys, they have just a little bit of flex to them, right, when you're trying to router the shim. And so the reason why we put it on the same side as the swing is so the door never gets bound up, because it can create just a little bit of an angle on the shim. So you carpenters, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so we'll put this in the door on the swing side, or in the door opening. And the way we do it, we found it to be the most simple, the most quick way to do it. And that's that we're going to work on the level side first. And we're going to get that plumb, and then we're just going to tension the other side knobs. These are your adjustment knobs, top and bottom, both sides. But first, this is a 2.0 door, and this is the way we store it. We store it when it's in the 2.0 setting, so 2-foot door. If you had a 3-foot door, or a 2.6 door, or 2.8, 2.10, whatever it may be, there is all those adjustments just by pulling this out, pushing these two sides out, and you can adjust to whatever size door it is. Up to 3.0 on this, then there's extensions where you can go 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, and everything in between. So you can add more extensions if you want to get even bigger than that. So we're going to start working on this side right here with the level. And so the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we are in the middle of the hole. That helps us to make sure that we've got the same size shims. We're not having to go pick through different sizes and stuff. And so we're just going to kick it over to the side, put pressure on the top, look at our bubble. Amazing enough, it's perfect. So we're just going to leave those on that side, no adjustment. And we're just going to tighten these up. Tighten this up. So you're just making it snug, and then another quarter turn. Don't over torque them. You can only have more problems if you over torque it. But you want to make sure it's tight enough. Otherwise, this could move. We don't want it to move. So now we're going to check our level again, just to make sure none of that took anything out of it. It actually did just a little bit. So I need to move. I need this top to go this way for myself to be level. And so I'm just going to do a little quarter turn, both of them the same direction. And now it's absolutely perfect. So now here and here, there's these little set screws. We're just going to, and the reason why these are here is because this has a little bit of flex. And so this is going to prevent that flex while you're routering your shims. We're just going to barely touch the wood and stop. Same thing over here. We're going to barely touch the wood and stop. We don't want to over torque those, otherwise you're going to cause this to be arced. Now our glue is definitely hot, and we're ready to start shimming, gluing up some shims. So there's fins on here, and what you want to do is you want to take this shim, right, and you want to just check and see if it will sit on top of that fin. If it sits on the fin, it's big enough. You don't want it to be too big, because you don't have to router through just a bunch of material. So we're just going to check them. I've got quarters on my left, 3/8 on my right. And we're just going to glue them up. Now, I've seen all these different methods online of guys doing a squiggly and thinking that, no, just put a nice 3/16 quarter-inch bead on there. Just make sure that the glue comes out of each side. When your glue starts getting bubbly, turn off your glue gun for a little bit. Let it rest on the heat. You can get too hot of glue. And wear gloves. You do not want to get this on your skin, because there is no relief. So we're just going to keep rolling here. It's real quick. It doesn't need to be a long, drawn-out process. Test them. Somebody might ask where we get these blocks. We just, on every job that we have clear pine, like we don't want knots in it, but anytime we have scraps that are clear pine, we'll just run them through, rip them to the thickness that we want, and then we're going to take them through. We'll put a stop on a saw at 3 and 3 3/8. That way they fit on the stud without touching the drywall. You know, sometimes you got overrun drywall. With this system, sometimes you can not have to cut that drywall back. You can shim it out without ever having to touch the drywall. So we do it at 3 3/8. Just cut a bunch of them, organize them into boxes, and it's really simple and cheap. I don't even know what a box of shims costs anymore, because we literally use wedge shims like 5% of the time on a carpentry job, which is completely unheard of. Not even for windows. So now we'll go ahead and put our safety wear on. We're just going to run through, zip all these down. Okay. Now, one thing that I want to be clear on about this is you don't need to look at the bit chewing up the wood. You do need to look at when you're going into this if you're going to turn it on beforehand. Some safer people might put it in there and then turn it on. I don't know. To me, that seems more dangerous. So just put it in there. Don't put too much pressure on the plate. You know, just kind of hold it up against there, get through the meat of it, then come back over it and clean it up. You don't want to leave anything on there that can come off. Otherwise, your door is going to sit out because of that little bump. So all right, guys, so that's how we Jambmaster an opening. I'll go ahead and take these out. Taking it out is kind of important to use a certain process. I always do these first, then I loosen my bottom ones second, and then my top ones. If you do the top ones first and then you work your way down, you know, this can tip out on you. So just do it like I did it. It's that simple.